when I dozed off and fell back asleep, the dream was the marshal was I seen one guy trying to hit this dude in the head with a brick, a rock. A big one too, not a pebble, but a rock. And I looked at him and I said, hey, stop trying to hit dude with that rock. Dude turned around and hit me in the head with the rock. I fell down on the ground because it almost knocked me out. As I fell down on the ground, he came walking over to me. He was a little bit a mile from me. And he came about to come over to, I guess, hit me again or do something to me. But at that time, an angel of the Lord appeared and grabbed me here by the waist. Because I couldn't move. And he had me stirred. And he shot me up in the air. And now I'm flying like a rocket. You know, like one of those. Just like that, up into the heavens. Now I'm going so far into the heavens, I done had this experience of going into the heavens multiple times, Kevin. But this time, because I usually, when I get above the atmosphere, I get a little fear come over. But this time I said, you know what? I'm not even going to be afraid this time. I'm going to just surrender myself into this. And wherever it takes me at, so be it. So this time, as I'm shooting into the heavens, like a rocket, I'm going fast. And I just closed my eyes because I said, I already know I'm about to see some ugly stuff. And I don't like seeing ugliness. Because, you know, that's where the principalities rule. And this thing would fly by me so fast. You know how you have your eyes closed and you can just see things, you know, you see the shadows of things. Even though you got your eyes closed, you can still see things and the images fly. And I was just like this until I got to a destination. Now, when I got to this place, I know it was a building. This building had so many corridors of levels, and it was so wide and so vast. And I ran into an angel. This angel seemed to me he was an African because he had a strong accent. And he greeted me. He says, "Hey Lew, I need to show you something." So we flying gloating slowly now. And there I'm watching all these different levels on each side. I'm like, wow. So he took me where some kids was at. About my daughter Michaela's side. And I thought Michaela was there because I like, that looked like Michaela. What's she doing here? So they was playing in the dirt. Some kids were playing in the dirt by her side. And they was playing in the dirt. And they had like a white pad on the floor. And they made some dirt sticks. Small dirt sticks look like crayons, but they didn't have crayons. So the angel of the Lord, he says, Lew, prophesy to these dirt sticks. And say, I prophesy to you to turn into Crayola. And immediately my mind said, that's impossible. And he knew my mind. He said, Lew, it's not impossible. Prophesy to these dirt sticks. And he said it again. And he said, say unto these dirt sticks, I prophesy to you to turn into Crayola crayons. And once I did it, you all, it turned into Crayola crayons. And them kids picked it up and started drawing. And they started smiling and laughing. So I went to a next level. He took me and grabbed me by the hand, just by my wrist, and I was just gloating, flying up. So this time, I said Bishop Hockett there. And I was like, wow, why am I seeing him? And I grabbed him by his hand. We were just floating. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, wow, what is my bishop doing up in here? Then, as we was floating, Elder Hare was on one level. That's his brother. And he looked at me and him as we floating passing him. But at this time, the angel of the Lord, somehow, I done shot back to the earth. I was just back on the earth, and I was going over some old friends of my house named LaJuan and Erica. They was having a cookout, and everybody was like, they had like 15 or 20 guests over their house. And they come home, they got stopped in love. And I was telling them my experience. I just left from heaven. And they was like, yeah, right. And I said, I am. And they said, man, my commode stopped up because people were trying to use the bathroom. And I said, man, I just left to heaven. And this angel told me to prophesy over anything, and it would happen. And then I says, your commode stopped up? I said, let me go and prophesy and speak to this commode. And I put my head on the bottom of that commode. And I said, I prophesy to this commode to be unstopping in the name of Jesus. And once I did it, I said, now go flush the commode. They flushed the commode and everything went down. Even the sick was stopped up. I prophesied and said, I prophesy in the name of Jesus. Even their sick got unstopped just like that. And I shot back up into the heavens. And I seen that angel. And I said, it works. He said, I told you it worked. At that time, the client that I work with at 6:24, I used to wake up at 6 o'clock. He woke me up. He said, hey, Lew, it's time to get up, man. And it brought me out of it. And I was like, oh my God. That's one moment I wanted to stay in there. It was so powerful and awesome, you all. These